softer feel that really leaves me wanting to read it more. Going back to the superhero inspiration and going full hog into it.
There's a lot.
Marvel's Secret Reverse.
It goes into managing an orchard.
Watering,
Watering, weeding, fertilizing the soil, making sure the temperature is right.
Takahashi was chosen to be a part of this lineup, and I can only imagine
you have to keep the fruit in a good mood.
Love for heroes and everything from the virus section of the original school arc to the biggest archetype in the game is palpable. And working with Marvel must have been a bucket list item. Story that came from it, and take it or leave it. It's an Iron Man and Spider-Man crossover with a card-themed villain. Chock full of plenty of callbacks to Yu-Gi-Oh! Takahashi's art style is pushed in new directions with a more mechanical look. But he gets pretty right, but this was 2019. Takahashi's modern art style led to some odd-looking faces every once in a while. Obviously, Takahashi will forever be known best for Yu-Gi-Oh! But as a fan of his work, you owe it to yourself to check out the full breadth of the man's work. Will Arndt has said the words Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D.
Coming up next, the new Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds on Cartoon Network.
You know, these aren't really fortunes. What are they? Alice has to be genuinely fucking stupid to mess up something as simple as a fortune slip. I'd rather climb up the mountain in Inazuma and visit the shrine if I wanted a fortune to go here. Like, what was she smoking when she wrote those? Cryo, Electro, and the Nemo. I cut a few other characters. Too many on-fielders on the pool. Well, I mean, Lisa's still an on-fielder, but I do want to try her out. May as well give Venti a shot, although it's only level 70, which not gonna make it far. I mean, Chi-Chi's useless.
Back again with another lecture style video about another topic that I wanted to connect to Delta Ring. That is the concept of absurdism. Last time I talked about Gnosticism in Delta Ring, I'll call it a pseudo-religious philosophy, but it's a more direct philosophy. I want to talk about connections to Delta Ring. I find it very interesting, and I think they will be as Delta Ring continues. summed up in one central phrase that Deltarune choose. They are. This is true, of course, in Deltarune. It's also true in our mind. First, let's talk about absurdism. Absurdism is a semi-modern philosophical that has many offshoots and broadly comes from or is a reaction to existentialism. It's often lumped in with existentialism, but I see the two are very different. And Albert Camus,
Let the wind lead.
father of absurdism, is agree with me there. He doesn't like to be lumped in with existentialism. Or, let's say he put it not like that's the way. The two central
Stay close and you will live.
The myth of Sisyphus, which is an essay.
That's why.
Get the phrase.
Give me you
Most mentions Sisyphus after this recently, as well as the novel L'étranger, or The Stranger.
Ooh, you're taking me out?
His work concerns itself with the absurd, or the struggle with like a sort of response to nihilism. The existentialists like Kierkegaard and Nietzsche were both very, very concerned with nihilism, considered them to be the most harmful thing to do.
Agreeable.
Embraced nihilism as a kind of negative philosophy. Camus wants to flip this around. He wants to say, well, what are the good implications of nihilism? I also wrote connections to Gnosticism. There are a lot of connections between absurdism and Gnosticism, which is the subject. And the main one is that the universe is indifferent to our own strength. That in mind. The main works are the myth of Sisyphus and the Stranger, as I discussed. The myth of Sisyphus has themes of struggle and
Not now. Stars, shine.
Surrender and you'll be gentle.
I swear by my sword. Turn that frown upside down. Yachan, Tachan, let's go.
Come a little closer.
Cole, mine to command. The night is...
Just a little too fast out of Lisa there.
Try not to enjoy this.
Barbados, guide us. Stars, shine for me. Cast your worries to the wind.
You're in for a little shock. Yep. Blitz.
Don't be scared. Not now.
Let's spark things up a little.
Time to relax. Wind, hear me. Stars, shine for me.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Bad
this
dreams
guy
be
doing?
gone. Turn that frown upside down. The night is cold. War is blood.
Try not to enjoy it.
Barbados, guide us. Don't be scared.
because the man was like shining the sun from his eyes. And Camus writes about this absurd hero in a sympathetic way. It sounds like someone who not related to whatsoever, but in the end of the story, the man is in jail and he is playing the simple pleasure of out of his jail cell. Now again, these are stories that are a little bit impenetrable, and you might remember reading The Stranger from high school, maybe a literature class, maybe college, and not really knowing what you meant with it. But I want to get into more of that. There are other pieces of absurdist fiction that focus on the strangeness and absurdness of the world, the craziness, the chaos, and how people deal with that. The most well-known of them probably
Not now. Stars, shine.
Surrender and be gentle.
I swear by my sword. Cast your worries to the wind. Sweet dreams.
Now you're testing my patience.
Oh, mine's a command. The night is
Gotcha.
Come a little closer. Blitz.
I'm getting sick of this game. Barbados, guide us.
Try not to enjoy this.
Don't be scared. Bad dreams be gone. Go and splash. My guiding stars.
Let's spark them.
Oh, mine's a command. Wait, hear me. Time to relax. Yachan, Taechan, let's go! The night is cold.
You're in for a little shock.
Turn that frown upside down.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Don't be scared. I swear by my sword. Sweet dreams. Cold. Mine's a
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
The absurd is not that extremism. For an existentialist or a nihilist, absurd would strike you as bad.
Wait, a Shanyan.
While
Fuck.
the universe
Why
is
did I pick her?
living lives within it, we search for meaning, and that actually does make us feel good. And you can live a good life even though absurd. So, what does that mean for us? We have to accept absurd. We have to accept the fact that there is a meaning to it. And really, that gives us a great freedom. I'll talk to you about a little thought experiment. Let's say that tomorrow God came down from heaven and said, the meaning of life for human beings is to make plastic. Is to make plastic. That's what humanity is leading up to. That is what the Earth's purpose is, to make plastic. And you can substitute making plastic with any other. The meaning of life is to shake hands. The meaning of life is to love your neighbor. The meaning of life is to, kill each other. Whatever the meaning of life is, someone is dissatisfied with that meaning of life. In other words, if the meaning of life, God says, is kill people in Star Wars, well, I actually don't like war, and I think that's pretty bad. Or maybe the meaning of life is to love other people. Well, maybe I don't like other people. Maybe I actually quite hate certain people. There is some time or some way that the meaning of life is disappointing. There is no answer for the meaning of life that is satisfying. And so, if you are an absurdist, say, well, if there is no meaning in life, well, I can just make one. I can substitute anything. I can put anything in that personally satisfies me.
born of ice and frost. Blaze on!
Stay there.
Right now. Right here. Nothing lasts forever. Emerge. Right here. Right now. Next on the edge. No time. Skyward! Seize the skies! Beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine. Eye for an eye. Ha! Tch! All hail! Emerge. Right here. Skyward! Scatter! Make way for the attack! Crush! Ha! Rack and ruin! Right now. What a miss! Emerge! Right here. Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Right now.
God, that was annoying. Did I get the star? Motherfucker. I need to get stars. Why did it have to
There are
fucking
times in
do
your
that
life
charge
where
attack
you can
near
think
the end like that?
be perfectly moral to kill somebody. Let's say they're threatening your
Right.
family. Let's
Better
say they
rotations
threaten you in the street. Let's
are
say they
possible.
break into your house. Let's say they, kicked a puppy
Shut
out.
up! Emerge, right here. A sight to behold. Crush! Blaze over! Access denied!
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Seize the skies!
Freeze to the core! Shudder! Emerge, right here. Emerge. No touching!
Skyward! Scatter! Stray clouds converge!
Beg for mercy. I condemn you! Right here, right now, right here. All hail! Next up,
Yeah! Scatter!
shudder! Flood of frost!
Absurdism, I think,
Good.
is the illusion of choice. There are many reasons that Delta Root is an absurd work, and I think this is number one. There are so many people in Delta Root trying to tell you that everything is predestined. From the prophecy,
Why is it always random?
basically everybody.
And I get like a specific.
Everyone wants you to believe that
I'm gonna save.
that things are predestined. Prophecy says it. Prophecy says it. And we've played this. We know this is true. We're playing a video game, and any video game has predetermined choices that you can undertake. This is true. However, it kind of doesn't matter. It does not matter that there are no choices, and it is sometimes untrue in a practical sense. Whereas, you might not have a choice in the Toby Fox's already decided what's going to happen in the game. But we do have choices in weapons. We have choices of how we can package the things, choices how we can name things, and we have certain choices that we can story such as routes, or the snow brave route. Now, where these choices are going to go, but I have a little about where the prophecy is something that we don't really like. After 4, Juicy Bucks gets the prophecy. Cursed Bucks gets the prophecy for him to understand. However, the only time we are able to kind of get off the rail is in the weird route. And the weird route is much worse.
beg for mercy. Illusion shattered!
Dissipate! I'll settle this! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Make way for the... Freeze to the core! Crush! Eye for an eye! Inazuma shines eternal!
Our bond is strong! Out of my way!
Yeah!
Scatter!
Stray clouds converge! Shudder! Crush! Flood of frost! Shudder! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
I'll settle this!
Skyward! Scatter! Make way for the... Beg for mercy!
And that is a joy to us. That is fun, even though it is ultimately pointless. You also must imagine that Sisyphus is a little bit defiant. In other words, he has an antagonistic relationship with Boulder. And he has an antagonistic relationship with Video. In other words,
Crush! Illusion shattered!
Lightning terrified!
Yeah!
Scatter! Scatter! Skyward! Stray clouds converge! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! There is no... Vengeance will be mine! Rack and ruin! Scatter! Skyward! Seize the skies! Now you shall perish! Illusion shot! I'll settle this! Beg for mercy! Dead with me! Skyward! Scatter! Shudder! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Make way for the Adeptus! Skyward! Scatter! Flood of frost! I condemn you! Illusion shattered! Out of my way! Our bond is strong! Scatter! Seize the skies! Now you shall perish! There is no... Crush! Dissipate! Scatter! Beg for mercy! Illusion shattered! Lightning terrified! Inazuma shines eternal! Stray cloud converge! Crush! Freeze to the core! Rack and ruin!
Good.
The meeting system in Delta Realm seems to bring the people together quite a bit, but they're also a little bit, shall we say, sorry. For instance, people in the church seem to understand, to some extent, the prophecy. They don't know what it means, and they have no claim on its date. Finally, we'll talk about existential tension.
Sure.
This is most notable in the process for all the characters who have this. Characters who are looking for the first two chapters, we have Neville and Samantha. Neville and Samantha.
I guess I'll go get some more characters.
Neville is acting by essentially lashing out and taking chaos. He realizes nothing matters. Right? It's like, no, fuck it, everybody. He sees the meanings. His reaction is basically the opposite. He wants to impose meaning on it.
I hear you've got a job for me.
I talked about this in my notes. I won't go over it too much. Now let's compare Gerson and the Knight. Knight, we're not really sure what they're up to right now. The Knight is just kind of a mysterious figure. They are working against some extent. And especially if you fight them in chapter 4, it's a very difficult fight.
My blade will lead us through
Now,
the shadows.
Gerson is someone who wants to wade the world that the Knight wants to bring around. He wants to get the prophecy all together. And so, in his way, his boulder that he is pushing might be meaningless. It's that yes, I want to fight against fate, but I want to fight against it on my own terms. I don't want to fight against prophecy. Now, how this all fakes out is going to come up in bigger chapters. No, but just understand these
Perfect, I guess.
freedom. I believe absurdism as like a literary device. It is the tendency for a work to resist interpretation. Delta Ring leaves a lot of threads hanging, not only because it is a incomplete work, but because likes it. My evidence for this is the unique caster stuff, and that was a lot of open threads. But everyone in the game, worth anything, rejects interpreting. In other words, Gerson rejects interpretations. Prophecy, we've already discussed. The player rejects interpretation by continuing to play a game to find out what happens, though they don't entirely know what's going on. Especially if you don't participate in secret stuff. If you just continue through the game like normal, you're basically continuing through the game where you don't have all the people. You don't know the motivations of your enemies. You don't really even know the motivations of your friends. Gravel says it's a black box. Chris is like weird. There's something going on with them.
Emerge, right here, right now. Lights out. Born of ice and frost, blaze over. Nothing lasts forever. Right here.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test.
Yeah! Access denied. Right now. Punishment! For Rex Lapis! No touching!
Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Emerge, right
I feel
now.
like I have a really bad weapon on my throat.
Enhanced animal module 7.
Lights out. Emerge. Access denied. A sight to behold. Right here. This is long overdue.
Yeah! Animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Judgment. Punishment.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Emerge, right now. Right here. Born of ice and frost. All hail.
Yeah!
Emerge. What a nuisance. Right here. Emerge. Lights out. You can't run. No touching.
Animal test.
I'm always watching. Right here. This is long overdue.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Chris is kind of this very id-led person, and they have a lot of info about him, which is very much in line.
Oh my god, why did it take me so long to show up?
The stranger, he does things on whims all the time, and this does lead him to build and execute problems. But at the same time, he does succeed in every goal he has. With his girlfriend tells her when she offers to get married, he says, "I'll happen to me." And a lot of people interpret that to mean, okay, he doesn't care about marriage. But I disagree. I think he's saying, hey, marriage doesn't matter, but if it would make you happy, I will participate in it with you. Much the same, Chris understands that it's imperative to cooperate with the story, but also doesn't seem to take it very seriously. When Chris tosses you the gift box in Chapter 4, they go drink chocolate milk, and they are trying to stop you from coming far, but chocolate milk seems like their fucking priority. I kind of like it. It's also a rejection of morality. In Stranger, we're meant to understand the protagonist as kind of believing even though he's a murderer. And we're supposed to relate to them, if not to support their actions. And in Deltarune, and even I would argue in Undertale, there are some horrible things that you're just meant to kind of forgive automatically. Soon threatens you very, very scarily in Chapter 1.
Enhanced animal module.
Witness the power of the one.
I'll settle this. The Temple of Wisdom. Committed to absorption test. Animal test 60.
No, my sword.
This may free the living.
Get with me.
Sharing my knowledge.
Time to ring cutter.
Grow.
Out of my way. Dissipate. Rain outlines your fate.
This may free the living. Committed to memory. World Mark II.
Witness the power of Google.
Growl! Committed to them? Stand clear.
Lightning terrified! Stand with me!
Search for me. In other words, meaning of James quote, any important philosophical concepts aside. What Camus means by this is, let's say God's dead. Well, if we can't construct a meaning in our world anymore, I don't want to be blunt here. Why don't we just kill ourselves? And the reason is kind of two. The first reason is because we have a survival instinct. I want to do it. The second reason is because even in the world, it's kind of easy to construct meaning. In Delta Ribbon, Maverick 1 through 4, here's a question. What do they do? What do they actually accomplish? They
Fuck you too, game.
I trust you.
Dark fountain. I guess they managed to close 5 dark fountains. I guess technically. But what do? Are they any closer to like stopping the war? Are they any closer to what the Titans doing? Not really. They don't know how to open the bunker yet. They have confronted the Titans. The Titans don't care anything. But what is the point? What has been accomplished? The answer is nothing. Basically nothing. Don't know yet. And I'm sure that we will accomplish something over, but 4 entire chapters before you accomplish anything at all in racing it. And the reason that we are still compelled to do the game is because of this progress it's like we get along with the characters and the story kind of where it's going. And so we want to continue, basically, think of our friends and the story. I find that very fascinating. Next part of system that is emphasizes repetition. Obviously, in the story of system, it's a boulder up the hill for eternity. It does it over and over again. And this is very stultifying, obviously, but getting point tasks is actually a very important part of
Power that isn't us! You can't run! Shiver! Let the magic begin! Surprise! Hunt them down! Yeah! You can't run! Punishment! Into the shadows. To ashes! Yeah! Use the spotlight! Where evil lurks, shoot on sight! Judgment! Lights out! Chip on us! Enough! Eyes on me! Let the magic begin! You can't run! Ready. Time to testify. Yeah! Shiver! Over here! Into the shadows.
They can trust me. Now makes them trust me. I'm doing the same things. I'm getting different results. And the repetition of this shows that basically pointless tasks, like, are not pointless tasks. Imagine if you were actually rolling that boulder up. You very quickly begin to understand the hill, understand the concept of
I will do as you command.
appreciation for rolling. You might even value, like, hey, maybe I can get the boulder up in a shorter amount of time. And it would be very difficult to do that task for that long without deriving in Hades, for instance. Sisyphus and his boulder have a very close relationship. He calls him Boldy. That's very important. And finally, given the idea of freedom in prison, and the stranger, the character is in prison out in the sky, brings him a great deal of joy. And inside of a prison, you still have, even if things are very horrible, we're still in charge of our own life. There really is a difference between being in prison and freedom that way. Because really, the universe, if it is as horrible as I've said it is, if it's as different as we're so, then what is the difference between sitting around in your house, not having anyone to do on your needs, and being in actual prison? Or perhaps in a more functional way, what is the difference in freedom? Not free, right? Now you have to go to work, get a paycheck, you have to find a way to make money. You're not free if you live in the fucking woods. You have to hunt your own food. No other means to survive. So you have to find freedom in prison. There's a story. This is the Buddhists. But I'm co-opted. It's like very
Power of the desert! Let me weave you a bird. Embrace the ice! Whirling snow! Rain cutter!
Gotta dash.
My apologies! So rude! Sakura swirl!
wild Robin takes his left hand that's not holding the branch, he reaches out, plucks it, pops it out. Now the meaning of that story, I think, is essentially a little bow that wraps up the things that I've been trying to make.
Eyes on me! Witness the power. Come on out! Whirling snow! Embrace the ice! No, my sword!
Make my escape.
My apologies! Yeah! Rain cutter! Take flight!
What are you doing? Delicious chocolate. Alright, that's all I got. I want to go back to the slide where other absurdist fiction, in case you wanted to check anything out. But absurdism is a philosophy that I have held very close to my heart for the years. And if you liked this video, liked absurdism, make sure to leave a comment about what kind of philosophy you'd like to talk about next. Make sure you go to my Patreon. My Patreon is something I've been trying to...
There is no escape!
The Temple of Wisdom. This may turn a little.
By ordinance divine, now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Almost dodged that. Ninjutsu. Minute to memory. This may turn a little.
Manifest! There is no escape!
A minute to memory. Share my knowledge.
Shine down! Do your master's bidding! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
I'm about that. Grow, grow, grow.
Soon enough to get back to some videos about Undyne. I want to do one about Asgore and like morality, study of Asgore's morality. But yeah, all this is to say, I hope that you have enjoyed it so far. I really do value. I read every comment, so if you make a comment about something, I'd really love to see what you have to say about it. That's all I got to say. I don't know how to make the videos. All I'm going to do is I'm going to make this down.
To ashes! Cryo incarnate!
Come on now!
My apologies! Sakura swirl!
And away I go!
Unleash! By ordinance divine! Whirling snow! Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Ninjutsu!
Eyes on me! Manifest!
Yeah! 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 Can't catch me!
Do your master's bidding! Obey! Sakura swirl!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Bye!
My apologies! To ashes!
Gotta dash!
Cryo incarnate! Manifest! Take flight! Embrace the ice!
No, he moved.
Power that ended. Let me weave you a verse. Kamisato art. Sumetsu!
Ninjutsu!
My apologies.
Yeah!
No, my sword. Witness the power of Goku.
I'm out of here!
Eyes on me! Embrace the ice! Rain outlines your fate.
Come on now!
Take flight!
Yeah! Can't catch me!
Rain cutter! Power that ended fight! Sakura swirl! Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword!
Bye!
Let me weave you a verse. Eyes on me! Rain cutter!
Gotta dash!
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! My apologies! outlines your fate. Huh?
Come on out!
Rain cutter.
Eyes on me!
Let me weave you a verse.
Bye! Ninjutsu!
Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
Rain outlines your fate.
Gotta dash!
Witness the power of Guwa.
Whirling snow!
To ashes.
Embrace the ice! Ha! Ha! Ta! Ya! Ha! Ya! Ha! Ta! Ta!
Huh? Body and mind. Time to act.
Come on out!
Rain cutter. No, my sword.
Ya! Ta! Ha! Ha! Gotta dash!
Take flight. Power that ended. Witness the power of Guwa.
Sakura swirl! Whirling snow! Ha!
No, my sword.
Ow.
Shine down. Rain cutter. Kamisato art. Sumetsu. Take flight. Now you shall perish. Ha! Illusion shattered. Rain outlines your fate.
Gotta dash!
Let me weave you a verse.
Sakura swirl!
Yes.
Come on out!
Torn to oblivion. Ha! Shine down.
Alright, now's a good time.
No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
And away I go! Whirling snow! Ha! Yeah!
Witness the power of Guwa. Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Embrace the ice! My opponent!
Rain outlines your fate. There is no escape.
Gotta dash! Yeah!
Let me weave you a verse. Take flight.
What's the news? field. A minute to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Chip on up! Be amazed!
Shadow Raven.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight!
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Cue the spotlight! Move it! Hunt them down!
Hey! The Temple of Wisdom.
Wings of darkness! Be amazed! Into the shadows, where evil lurks, shoot on sight!
Sharing my knowledge. This may hurt a little. Shadow Raven. Let night fall.
How? This is such a tough team.
Take your true form!
Do your master's bid. Ninjutsu.
My apologies! Kami-san to art! Sumetsu!
As you wish, main.
Unleash!
I'm out of here.
Cryo incarnate!
Got a dash.
Embrace the ice! Take flight!
Midnight Phantasmagor. Come on out. Bye. I summon thee.
Manifest! By ordinance divine! Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
By royal
Obey!
As you wish, main.
Got a dash.
My apologies! Do your master's bidding!
Did they make them easier or something, or? Yeah, I got screwed over by not getting level 4. I'm pretty sure it was because I was able to get a level 4 thing. The thing suddenly started getting easier at the end there. Not getting any prizes for that many stars.
Whenever my mind becomes agitated, Master encourages me. If I lose touch with the real me inside, all that's left is the... I do not wish to see that happen.
Okay.
Give me 10 more minutes.
Sometimes I worry that if I'm not careful, once that thought enters my head, but I am determined to overcome.
Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka BT, and we are back with another Twitter thread. Today I want to talk about a specific type of overhyped garbage. We all know that frequently duelists will tell you that specific Yu-Gi-Oh cards are unbeatable for X, Y,
it's
or
one
Z
thing
reason.
to brave
But a
the
lot
path of
time that
adventure,
means
a
because
true
in the
adventure,
side
after
deck,
all.
they represent an
bird that's
unbeatable silver bullet against a singular strategy. It's hard not to fall for this trick. Malice is basically prevented from being the best deck in the history of time by the fact that people can just put Lancias, Meowls, and Chaos Hunters in the side deck, so the same must be true for every potentially top strategy, right? Well, depends on the quality of the card you're playing. Some, like the one you see in front of you, are unplayable dog shit no matter what is good, despite the fact that YouTubers might tell you otherwise. If you don't know why the Eye of Truth is picking up in price, it's because it causes your opponent to play with their hand revealed, and if your opponent has their hand revealed, they can't reveal cards that are already being revealed, thus cutting off the effects of all of the Vanquished Soul monsters that are about to be the cornerstone of the Vanquished Soul Canine deck that is expected to be extremely powerful. That's not good enough. Anyway, let's see what silver bullets you have been told to load up into your non-functional gun. The problem with Striker was there were a ton of cards that were good to board against Striker. Not on that list, Watt Kinetic Puppeteer, which could move one of the Link monsters to a main monster zone, turning off your spell cards. Cool. Single problem. Speaking of Striker, Ren's got a great one. This card was extremely hyped going to out the Go Key Extra Link. One small issue. Go Key Extra Link at the time was making Gumblar and hand-ripping you for 4. So in order for this to work good, I'd be left with a one-card starter, and top deck this, or vice versa. Dude, people were playing TTC Toon Cyber Dragon. They were like, you don't understand. I'm going to be able to special summon Toon Cyber Dragon, and then using the power of Mega Fleet, break the U-Link, and oh my god, that's crazy. What's the next step? They would, what do you mean next step? I said, well, they've got 4 other monsters that are all linked together and prevent, like, destruction and targeting. So what's the next step? Dude, I don't know what to say about this card. This guy is always suspect for play whenever there is ever a card that names a card. It beats Flacco Laughs. It beats Crossout Designator. It beats fucking Stalespan. Why would you not play it? You would have to be an absolute idiot to ever fall for this. In 2018, Sam took Sidra to a 4th place regional finish. The deck profile hid 9 cards from the side deck to prevent the secret tech from leaking, one of which was Forbidden Apocrypha. A month later, it was revealed, with this card specifically for Thunder Dragon. He said it was absolutely trash in the matchup. I like the idea of hiding individual cards, not because you found the goo, but because a card choice was so embarrassing you don't want anyone to figure it out. Every time Dark World is playable, these spike and they never perform as inevitable. The Gemini Imps, if your opponent activates a spell card, trap card, or monster effect that could make you discard when it resolves, can be sent from the hand to the graveyard to negate the activation, destroy it, then draw 1 card. It's really funny that people thought this was going to be Dark World killer, since Dark World is like 90 cards that all discard. Oh great, Gemini Imps will prevent one of the 9 effects in my opponent's hand from resolving. I see this one constantly. Simmel Archfiends. This turn neither player can special summon monsters with the same type as the card they already control. You don't control 2 or more of the same card types. All ritual synchronicities and link monsters gain 500 attack. Every single format, people tell me, you don't understand.
Morning,
this
everyone.
is functionally dimensional barrier. Except
same
it can
here.
also
Though,
hit links.
the
That
bed was a
means
little
it's
too
good.
soft for
This
my
card
liking.
is not good. It's
Still,
not
the
remotely
visibility was
good.
great.
Sorry,
It
I'm
is
late,
a
aren't I?
special summon stopper,
I'm
but
so
not
not
an
a morning
effect
person.
negator, so like
Anyway,
there's still a
have
bunch
we
of
decided
stupid
where we're
shit
gonna
you can
start?
do.
For me,
A
it's
significant
gotta
amount
be
of powerful cards
Wavy
that
Bay.
lurk in these
There's so
mono-type
much.
I'm
strategies.
leaning more
We
towards
have found
Gweetsley
it
Ridge.
unsuitable for
When I
play
flew past
in
there,
fucking
anywhere's
Saga.
fine with me.
Spellbound, just a
I'm happy to go,
perennial
but if you're asking
example
for
of
my
this card.
personal
I'll face a
preference,
monster to your
I'd
opponent
love to
currently
check out the
controls can be
foam flower
distributed or
fields
used as
over
material
at...
for
Never
fusion,
been on a
synchro,
hot air
fusion,
balloon
link summon until the end of the
Relax,
turn.
Captain.
Reads really good,
We won't
sees
let
0
you.
play. Bonus points
Thanks.
the secret rare print of
But
this card
as
make
for
the
our
image almost
itinerary,
indistinguishable from
why
one of
don't we
those
just let the
stroke
traveler
simulation pictures.
decide?
Probably the ugliest secret
Sounds
in
good
the
to me.
game, and not
I'm
helped
fine
by
with
the
that
fact
too.
that the print quality was so
Letting
bad
a
during
trusted
this period,
friend
it was just
call the
bleeding
shots.
all over.
Sounds like
Turns
a
out
plan.
a card that prevents your opponent from performing a fusion, synchro, seize, or link summoning with the monsters they currently control is not good. This one's unthinkable. People were hyping this card as a Mitsurugi counter so much that our head judge had to give a public ruling on it during regionals. Samsara. Monster cards tributed for a ritual summon are returned to the owner's deck instead of being sent to the graveyard. So the
Whatever's
idea
closest.
with respect to Mitsurugi cards is Mitsurugi Ritual permits you to use materials from your deck as tributes for the ritual summon. But if those cards go back into the deck instead of the graveyard, what happens? Mostly this was an exercise in frustrating judges. It was never anything particularly even remotely relevant. Cutting off Mitsurugi Ritual isn't going to stop a Mitsurugi Raizio player. Like, you're gonna need more than this. And if you're playing an unsearchable card that automatically wins the game, you have a lot better options than this against that deck. Okay, but seriously, what happens? Are you ready for me to tell you the unfortunate truth of the matter? We still do not have an official ruling. Ask your head judge. You couldn't just link that monster off for a different colored one. Faye's got a good one. Remember when this was touted as the card to beat Sprite, and the card to beat Raziel, and the card to beat Centellar Knight, and the card to beat Burning Abyss? This card has been the floodgate with the most potential since its
A wooden
print.
plank?
It's crazy.
Not just
that
any
this thing
old
has
wooden
never
plank.
seen
Read what
anything
it says.
resembling competitive success. Neither player can special
It's a
summon monsters at the
sightseeing
same
map.
level as those they control
Exactly.
for a decade. People
This
thought
map
this was
is
going
as
to be relevant.
precious
It
as a
hasn't
key to
been.
a vault of
Doug's got a great
untold
one. Power
treasures.
Stone is constantly
Yeah, I
hyped up.
see
I don't think
that.
it has
It's
ever
like a
really
call
seen
to
consistent
adventure.
metagame play. Occasionally
Yes.
you'll lose to it at
Or
locals.
like
It's like
a
a
burning
shit-ass
ember of
skill drain, but
phlogiston.
frequently people will be like, no,
Phlogiston?
you need to be boarding in for this
Oh,
card first.
that's a type of energy, isn't
I
it?
want all floodgates
So,
destroyed
is a
and
map
up
like
to this
phlogiston
point. People ask
because
me, when do you
just
stop?
a little
You know,
spark
are you
is
gonna
enough to
kill
light a
every
fire?
card that interacts
Exactly.
with your opponent?
With
It's
a map
continuous
to
drop.
guide
I go,
your way.
no, everything better than Power Stone
Freedom
has to
and
go.
adventure.
Power Stone
I
and
like the
lower.
sound of that.
Stick around. That's fine. House Champs with the funniest one ever. The ARG team pumping this to $3
Whoa,
for
whoa.
Burning Abyss will
Hold
always be
your
funny to
horses,
me.
folks.
Little bit of history behind
Why
this
does
one.
Paimon
This card
feel
was
like
not played against
Mulan
Burning
is
Abyss.
hiding
It was
something?
hyped to be played to see
All
if
right,
a bunch
everyone.
of people at ARG could
Time
force
for
the
solo
buyout.
exploration.
The answer was yes. The answer was yes. This one has
Great.
happened about a dozen
What kind
times,
of
and I know
tour
some
guide
people who
calls it quits
vehemently
the minute we
disagree
get to
with
the
this
part
card
where
as
we're
an
supposed to,
unplayable piece of bait. I was both a victim of this
tour?
and a proponent. When info was coming out, I had convinced
Spoken
me
like a
this
true
was
friend.
the sauce to beat Fiends
Here,
for
just
Snake
take a
Eyes.
look.
To the point I
These
also
two
convinced
major
people at
attractions have
locals
been
to buy
so
a play
if
set.
we
I
split
signed
up,
3 of it for the
we all
2024
get to check out.
NAWC. Did it work? There was one game I remember playing against
Based on
Foxy
the
in which no
guidance-
material was
Sure.
the difference
All
maker,
right
and I was
then,
like,
let's
uh-oh. I bought 3 of this card thinking it would be good into tier. Was it? It's so fucking funny to be like, oh yeah, this is gonna fix tier good.
Let's
And it's a
ride.
card that gets run over by Shiren.
Both
Royal Roytom has probably the best answer for this ever. Is Neko Main King a counter to
Here,
Tyr?
here.
Yes, but it's also
Looks
the
like
brickiest
great.
brick to ever
Then-
brick. And you know what else was a
So,
counter to
I'm-
Tyr?
oh,
Tyr!
really?
If your deck is being
Whoa,
sent to the
Pime.
graveyard by an
Okay,
opponent's
okay.
effect, you would much
I'm
prefer
actually
to
kind
hit
of in the
Tyr
mood to
limits
ride the boat.
than randomly
I'm
hit
used
a
to tough
1-0
surfing
just
challenges,
play
so
on their
it'll be-
turn.
see?
All in all, it's not
Can't
hard to see
wait.
why people fall for these. The history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is littered with terrible individual cards that had corner case applications. They're some of our favorite things to talk about, so it's unsurprising that people tend to latch on to potential new ones. Unfortunately, these cards are probably going to rest in that category, potential, for the rest of their time. Don't buy
I'll set off from here, and the destination's over there.
Alright, do you guys want to do a little bit of the making fun of people
Get
who
the
are
Saurian
wrong?
staff to fire
System
up the
Down
wave
was
machine.
like the only reasonable way to get rid of both the ABC monsters and Cosmo. Asher, this card is good today. Dark Ruler No More has been like mission critical like a dozen times. What are you talking about? This card is really good! No, this really was good. I was talking to Jesse at the time when you
We
were trying to
nailed
figure
it!
out what to
Now
board
that's
against
what I call
Unchained.
teamwork.
He did land on
Let's
Mary
give ourselves
Network.
a round of
Blue Eyes was good
applause.
for a few months, but it was never a Sidle Wars team. This card was good against
Something to add to my collection.
Who told you to play Murmur of the Forest against Kashtira? Soul Release was good. Wasu! Paradip Incarnate was really. Did this card ever do anything? Yes! There is no way you're doing this about Chaos Hunter. This one's my fault. This didn't happen more than once.
Please let me ride one of you bitches.
Try and stop me!
If you're new to my channel, I tend to stay away from combos and spreadsheets because that type of content is everywhere. It does not give you a fundamental understanding of how you do things. Instead, I focus on deck theory. This is a deck theory video on fundamental weaknesses of the Yummy game plan. So if you are wanting to play Yummy yourself or you want to learn how to play Yummy, this will be important because you'll know how to exploit the worst flaws in the Yummy game. So I'm going to show you two different things. Firstly, I'll go through a list of the core weaknesses in the Yummy game plan. I'll then also show you a few different ways you can play Yummy, including Policeman or Pasadena style. And I'll explain why, even though you can fix some of the fundamental flaws by playing other sub-engines outside of the core variant, we're going to introduce other weaknesses in the deck. So you need to understand how that works before you make that combo. Okay, so let's get started actually first by showing you an extremely basic combo sequence because I think it's important that you keep in mind what the Yummy end board is supposed to look like, the process to get there as I go through these weaknesses, so you have a little bit of context to situate these bullet points that I'm going to go.
Oh, so the facilities here are
absolute
still
most
under...
basic-
Look! There's an
If you start
Ectomasaur
with the black
employee!
Yummy
Should we
deck,
ask
it
him?
doesn't really matter what it is. Preferably you're starting with Cupsy and you could search Surprise, because Surprise is basically like the best card in the entire
Hi
deck.
there!
But you have your black
Any
Yummy
chance you could give us a
deck,
hand getting these...
which will give you...
Um...
This is going to be one of the
Put-
absolute most critical cards of the
Doesn't
top
look like he
one.
Yeah.
The minion is
hold
gonna allow
on!
you to bring back your body.
I'm
from the
gonna
graveyard.
fix that
This
one.
one blank Yummy turned into 3 cards, and 2 of them are monster bodies. So those can go into something like a Cupsy way.
Nope.
Those we're gonna search for 2,
Oh,
whatever names
oh,
are missing,
I've
so
got
we'll
another
call
idea.
it Cupsy.
What
Then on your
now?
summon number
I
5,
once heard
you can
Aoife
summon
mention that
Cupsy, search for
Ectomasaurs go
Cupsy.
wild. This has gotta be it.
Right here
Once
is
he eats
basically
this, we'll
the most
totally be on the
fundamental,
same
most
wavelength.
basic, the most straightforward aspect of it. Whatever you were trying to do, whatever build of Yummy you're trying to play, should be doing this. Firstly, you have a yummy synchro on
There's
your
no
board
such thing as
with
packing
the
too
link
much when
one
you're heading
and
out on a
options
long
for
trip.
other names in the graveyard. Because when your opponent activates a card or effect, and
Whatever
you
that,
hand
what a
this out as a cost,
disaster!
you're going to bring out
Day
the link
one.
one,
Got any
whatever
ideas,
your
traveler?
toolbox effect
Oh,
is.
great.
So
Okay,
usually
let's
it's going
try
to be
that.
cookie for the pop. Sometimes it's going to be lollipop for the shuffle back or the banish. And then sometimes it's going to be, if you don't have anything to target to banish in the graveyard, or shuffle back, or a good pop for a cookie, then you're usually going to use it
Oh, hey there!
for a draw or a search if you're really into a particular type of search. Point is, this is what Yummy is trying to do. Yummy Surprise,
My,
I count
you're
as
a
one of the most
friendly
fundamental
one.
aspects of the
Wanna
Yummy
try
game
a
as
glowing
well,
hole?
because you don't want to lose to some random BS like a Dark Ruler, and then your monsters don't do anything
Can I-
anymore. You want to have a layer
Also,
that's
could
hard
you-
for your opponent to interact with. So whatever they do to your end board, you're still going to be able to surprise, for example, bring out destroyed cups of Yummy Bay, something like that. So surprise in the spell and trap zone, and your synchro here with all of your options in the graveyard, this is what Yummy is trying to do. So now let's talk about some of the issues with this
I'll
game.
set off
Because you
from
have a
here,
ton of
and the
interactive
destination's over there.
What's the problem? You can go cups of Yummy Way, and you can cycle through everything. You have your pop off the cookie, have your double poke off the cookie Yummy Way. As you go through cups, you're going to be searching for more stuff. You're going to be out-resourcing your opponent, but there are some cons here. So first, let's talk about the stuff.
First things first, we need to finish building the facilities. Where we place the wave machine is key.
Light this monster on. It also says, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard and or banishment. Place this card and put them on the bottom of the deck in the order. Now the resource recycling aspect of this card, even though you can target Yummy monsters in your graveyard or banishment, this card can't be banished. This has to be. Because that's very important. If
Not
you're
very
going to banish
helpful
this
hint.
card, you're basically not getting it back. But what you have to understand about this card, what really makes this card very good, is this attack, so 500 attack damage like this monster is basically a win condition. So this is how you OTK with massive attack damage, or how you run over monsters, which is important for board player, not just for being able to kill your opponent, just to be able to remove monsters from your opponent's field. This is very important. So running over monsters before ending the game is basically a win condition. So this field spell should treat this as a win condition before you. Now, if you do not have your field spell, not only is your win condition officially complete, but your opponent can now run over your extremely tiny guys. I mean, so for example, 1600 defense, okay? This guy has 1200 defense. This guy has 0 defense. The synchros usually have more, like 22, but you know, those are pretty small compared to the defenses that you're going to, or the attacks that you're going to see on a lot of like actual boss monsters. So they can run over your stuff. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a DD Grinder video, I think in Iron Man with Lukasaku and Triff. Triff was on Malice, Lukasaku was on Yummy Pure, and Triff set an Ash Blossom after having removed, like, banished the field spell, and there was no way that Yummy could run over the Ash Blossom. The 1800 defense was simply too big. There's no way to get over that. So this is why I'm saying you should think of this field spell as kind of like a win condition. And the thing is that basically every extra deck has it in a little knight. You can make a little knight because you can target field spell and banish it. Now, a couple things to notice here. You can technically save your field spell from banishment with surprise, because this has one effect that says return a field spell from your face-up field or graveyard to the hand. Then you can place a Yummy field spell from your hand face-up on your field. Even if you replace the same minion, it's going to be a different card, and so the little knight isn't going to banish it. Or you can just keep it in your hand if you think that it will be more valuable there at that moment. So you can save it with that. You also can also have the Onari guy. So remember this guy. Says your opponent cannot target cards in the field zone with card effects. Normally you use this to add back your surprise from graveyard, but this effect could be important if you think your opponent is
Where the fuck is the other one I'm supposed to
think it is
set?
basically a loose condition for you. So your opponent can't target it. So if they have some targeted removal, and you're very afraid of that, and you're going really well in the resource economy, you can just make this card, hopefully add back the surprise, and protect your field spell as well. So that's something you should keep in mind.
Nice job!
So those are some of the big
Smart little thing, aren't you?
Lose your win condition.
Guess I'll set off right away then.
Something else that's very important I want to talk about with some of the issues in the game is, let's say that you look at your deck list and you're thinking,
Oh no!
We
got stranded.
But I would like another way to be able to play in.
Let's give it another
So
shot.
maybe you will look at
So one of these I am supposed to
which at the
place
start of your
on,
main phase 1
on
adds
the water.
0 attack with the deck to your hand and halves your life points. And then there's a bunch of other restrictions, but they're not super important. The most important thing is this can actually search for your Cubsy. You could search for the Cubsy, normal the Cubsy, and then you can search for surprise. And starting with surprise is the best possible thing to do. Even if you start with the Cubsy in your hand, searching for the Cubsy off of your rice map, you know, assuming you don't get rolled or whatever, is still good because you can normal one cup seed and then you can special the other one. So they're just bodies. You know, you don't lose any resource from having two cup seeds in hand. You never really complain about having cards on two cup seeds because you have a normal and then you have the inherent special summon that all of the yummy monsters have. The problem is, if we exist in a droll format, lots of cards that would have been good or strong contenders for a pure or a non-pure version of Yummy become a lot less attractive. If you begin your turn with Curry Rice Mac, your deck, which naturally only searches twice, there's the surprise off of Cupsy, and then there's the Cupsy Synchro searching for the two missing names. You can't do either of those. Whereas if you get drolled normally in the pure version, you will have either already searched twice off of this, or you will have gotten your surprise. Both of those are pretty good things to have done through droll. But this does not play into droll. So if you play like something like this, or in the Fiendsmith version, if you go, like activate Engraver and you get drolled, it means that you don't have any searches off of Yummy. So a deck that would normally never lose to droll is now all of a sudden going to lose to droll potentially. So you can't just throw consistency cards into Yummy and think your deck is going to be better. Okay, there is another issue that Yummy has when you're trying to play a bunch of other stuff with it, and that is you really have to reduce the number of the Yummy cards in your extra deck. So I would always prefer to play 3 Snatchy, because you can go through multiple of these in a combo or in a line. A reliable way to recycle them is with the field spell type effect, where you can target the Yummy monsters in your graveyard or management and place them in your deck. So you can do that, but you don't have to rely on that type of effect. You would rather just have access to these in your extra deck. So the more other cards you play, like the Desiree, the Wave Hiking, whatever package you're playing, is the less likely you are to play 3 Snatch. And a lot of people also like to play, like 2 Cupsy Yummy Wave, for example, and then just one of the others or something like that. But those are less important. These are less important. Playing at least 2, preferably 3 Yummy Snatchy, I would say is pretty good. You should be doing that if you can do it. Another thing to mention about pure Yummy that is great if you start playing a sub-engine is that you don't play around Izuna anymore. So Izuna, just for in case anyone has forgotten, one of the most important cards in the entire upcoming format, is this card says, during the main phase, if your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard this turn, quick effect, you can special summon this card from the hand. Then you dump Lupus, Lupus can bring itself out and go for a quick rank 5. So if you're playing something like an Engraver,
Nice job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then.
Push through more things is obviously good in a deck that will boost removal on normal summon. Like if you just go normal summon, you remove it, and you have some other way of playing another bottom field, remove it.
We got stranded.
You activate yes, ask, you normal summon a body.
Let's give it another shot.
What if you're playing? You don't really have much to play after them, so you're also going to want sub-engines to be able to supplement your play and have more gas. But then you're also going to be able to turn on your opponent's Izuna. So one other thing, two other points I want to mention. So Fool Loss is kind of weird into Yummy because you can make like a quarter or a half board into certain Charmies and feel like you didn't give them that many draws, but they can just Fool on their turn as well. Whether they have drawn it as their draw for turn or they already had it in their hand, maybe they had 2, whatever, they can still Fool on their own turn. Then when you tag out with your Synchro Monster, start going for your whatever plays you're going to make, you're going to be playing into their Fool, so you have to keep that in mind. One other thing that I wanted to mention is sometimes you're going to see that people will place a Herald on field, and the opponent will go normal summon something, not use any effects, so that you don't have the opportunity to tag out with any of your synchros and hook their guy or whatever, just normal summon, and go to run over the Herald. And so what you will
Nice job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then.
The effect to reduce the opponent's launch attack by 1,000. And most things cannot run over a Herald's 1,000 defense, like most just basic normal summon cards that don't do any effect, don't start anything.
Oh no! We got stranded.
If you reduce their attack by 1,000. But the problem
Let's give it another shot.
Even though you save your Herald, you are using your surprise, which is your most important player. And so then you're totally susceptible to something like a Dark Ruler. Because normally, if your opponent goes Dark Ruler, and they Dark Ruler your entire board, as long as you have surprise, you can still go through the exact
There's something I'm missing.
Resource loop. Because you can bring out a Synchro from graveyard, for example, and you can just go through everything the same way you would have before. But if you were forced to use your surprise, you're going to lose that layer, and you're going to be more susceptible to cards like Dark Ruler and Droplet, etc. Okay, so now to close off the video, I want to briefly show you a combo line here, and shout out to Cyber for showing this deck list, and, or almost exactly this deck list, and also the combo. So, this is Fiendsmith, Azamina, Yummy, and this is trying to fix some of the young weaknesses where playing into a board especially, just losing the spot removal doesn't happen anymore because we have multiple other engines to push through stuff. And we also have different types of players. There are different ways you could try to build this deck. You can play other simple spoils targets like trap cards. You can have other things set in your back row. You have access to an omni gate. You have a lot of gas that your opponent has to interact with. But I'll show you how, while you make the Yummy game plan better in a way, you also add new choke points into it. So, okay, here we're going to start with a blank Yummy and then also a blank monster because this will be our deception.
Why can I not get them back?
So here we're going to summon our cookie, go into our Snatchy, which places our minion. Minion will reborn the cookie, and then now we have 2 that we can go into. Cupsy Synchro. Cupsy Synchro will search for 2, discard 1. I actually like to discard the blank here and keep these bodies in hand. I'll show you why this is important for your resilience as you think about your opponent having different types of cards. So here I'm going to discard the Ash because both the Ash and the Lollipop can work as the Deception tribute fodder. But you would typically rather have a blank Yummy name in hand where you have not used its inherent summon effect, because if something happens like in the Miru, where you turn token into a Link Spider, you can still summon this from hand, and that can still go into some other Yummy Synchro. So you'd rather have this blank body in hand rather than something like an Ash. Obviously, if you needed to use the Ash beforehand for like Charmy or something, you would have done that earlier. At this point, if you haven't used the Ash, just like in this example, then you probably discard that blank. Keep another monster in hand because it'll either just be Deception tribute fodder or it'll be an important body to play. So anyhow, now we summon our Cupsy, and typically we want to do this on summon 5 so that we have our access to surprise here. And I'm going to show you, it's very important that you have one of these 2 cards in your hand at all times. I'll explain that in a moment. So we have our blank unused Yummy name, and we also have access to our surprise. So here I'm going to activate surprise and bring out our Snatchy. Now you may be wondering, isn't this very risky?
Nice job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then.
Also don't have it to protect our plays. Now, first of all, if they nib us, as I said, you turn the token into a Link Spider, you still have your Lollipop Yummy. But we're going to add this back later in the combo. So now we go into the Lollipop Synchro, and that will bring back 2 bodies with their effects negated. We can now turn those into the Tenth, which goes into Requiem, which goes into Lacrima. Lacrima will now dump the Engraver. Now remember that in your end board, you want to have a surprise in the
I don't get it!
Oh no! We got stranded.
So there's already pressure on the end board. So you have the surprise in the back row and you have the Yummy Synchro.
Let's give it another shot.
We have 2 of these on field right now. Is that one of them is going to Tuner, turn itself, and the Lacrima are Arciela. The Arciela can send a Speller Trap, in which case the minion, which means Silver Cycle later for 1, search for the Azumina Alzen. Now, here we have a problem in that we will turn on Izuna if we're going to use this card in our hand. So this is one of the issues you're introducing into the Yummy game plan that it did not have before. So here we're going to summon the Azumina LZ, we're going to turn those into Nibel Queen. The Azumina LZ can search for Deception, and Nibel Queen can add back our Surprise. Now we have added back Surprise while still having Lollipop Yummy in hand. So remember, if they nipped us and we didn't have Surprise, we can still summon this out and go into, like, whatever. Okay, so now we have our Deception. We can activate Deception and tribute Lollipop Yummy in hand. Because we have added back the Yummy Surprise, it is less important that we have this in our hand. So we've always had one of the 2 in hand since the moment we summon 5. That helps us insulate our plays against something like a... Okay, so now we go for the Hallowed Azumina. Hallowed will send the Deception. We go for the Murcielago. Murcielago will search for the Wanted. Now we can add back Hallowed by shuffling back the Azumina Alzat from the grave, and we can do classic Hallowed Chainlink 1, Wanted Chainlink 2, searching for a Black Witch. Here we're going to bring out the Yummy Sylvia, so now we have our Omni-Negate. As usual, if you're playing an Omni-Negate, it usually forces your opponent to do something around the time that you're going to bring out the Omni-Negate. We still have our Surprise in hand. Now we summon the Black Witch, and we're going to set a blank Simple Spoils. This can be a trap, whatever else you want to play. I'm choosing to play Subversion here. It's better playing into board, but you can play whatever. This is a blank Simple Spoils. The Black Witch is going to search everything. So now you can shuffle back the Closed Heaven, bring out the Engraver, and unfortunately in this version, you have to go for sequence here. You can't really, without going out of your way, go for the Wave Piping instead, because you're using the Lacrima as part of your synchro material for the Arciela. And so it's not like you can just equip directly and turn that into Necro Whip and then bring up the Engraver later and go into Wave Piping Caesar. So you are going to go through sequence and you are going to make the Desperate and shuffle back all of your feeds. So you have like less good follow-up in the graveyard because you have the one in the graveyard. You are going to have access to the Desperate. So here you're going to have the Cubsy Synchro. So this is live because you have your Snatchy like 1 in here. have another yummy synchro, and then you have your cookie, you have your cupsy, and you also have your lollipop. So you basically have everything. You can choose from your toolbox whatever you want with the cupsy synchro. You have your Desiree, you have your Eva, which, worst case scenario, can send the blank simple spoils card if it's not ready.
Nice job!
Also send the
Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then.
Obviously, you have to set. The deception will reset itself at the end phase unless you want to use the point to draw instead. At any point, you
How
can
do I-
choose to do the minion recycle by putting back two of the young monsters. But I generally don't do this in this scenario because I want to have access to my entire toolbox, so I can choose what I want to bring out off of the synchro.
Oh
So,
no!
point this
We
combo
got
is to show you even if you
stranded.
tried
Am I supposed to be able to do something with
into
that?
Plays, for example, by keeping either surprise
Let's give it
or
another
your other
shot.
blank yummy in hand until yourself
Huh?
as possible, and you have a much stronger end board. Or if you're playing through interactions like types of stuff, you're gonna have more types of cards, more types of that you with you know. Like, it's probably gonna interact with that, which trying to set up actions. Start with like a pretty items.
Nice job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then. Oh no! We got stranded.
That
Let's
didn't
give it
do
another
anything.
shot. Nice job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then. Nice job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then. Now's our moment!
God, why is the range so fucking shit? What? What did I do wrong?
Nice job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then. Now's our moment! job! Smart little thing, aren't you? Guess I'll set off right away then. Now's our moment! Hey, we make a great team, you and I. It's almost like you can understand everything I say. Ictomosaur? Ha! More like Geniusaur, am I right? Phew! Looks... Thank you. Mind if I pet you?
Moalani?
Oh, sure. I'll wait here in case the traveler gets back.
I didn't know our ability to possess was a
Such cute
secret.
little things. Maybe I should get Granny to teach me some Ictomosaur. Oh, hey, traveler. How's the stomach? Glad to hear it. Oh, it almost makes me want to go stay with the
It's a slide.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering. Eh. I'm afraid I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm not colorblind, am I? But I am getting 3 colors. I am coloring them correctly. So what the fuck? Oh, whoops. Why did they stop?
Hey, not a bad haul.
Why is the slide jammed? Whatever.
Rev the engines!
Why me?
Try and stop me!
I'm sorry, but
That's not what you said earlier.
our sincerest apologies. We may be...
Oh, Traveler! Perfect time. They need someone for the testing. But the minute I mention some of the close calls I've had in the past,
Sir, but if you, in your own...
but I really want to help.
Well, if the savior of Natland says so, you can watch from the sidelines, familiarize yourself with the...
Does that sound good to you, buddy? All right, then.
Oh, wait, where am I? Oh god, the delay. Motherfucker. Oh, cool. There's a checkpoint.
buddy. You were...
It's Bennett's turn next, right?
Yep. I've done my warm-up. Thanks for looking out for me, Trop.
Did that...
You're the best.
Go, Asha! Go, Bennett!
Am I missing
Watch out,
something?
Bennett! Dodge those paintballs ahead!
Oh, I'm behind. Wait, hold on. Why didn't the spring activate? Okay, cool.
Off we go.
Jesus.
Okay, just a little fur... Wait, what? Where did the finish line go? Oh no, did I just jinx myself? That's right. I can always follow my... Asha, head right! Come on, we're so close! Jump onto the finish line! Phew, my...
Let's give it up for Bennett and his Asha buddy! Especially the way you worked together at the end.
We sure... I owe a big thanks. If you hadn't believed in me...
Mr. Bennett, the final safety test has been completed, which means
Did you hear that, Asha? We did it!
I'll remember your name, Mr. Bennett.
I know this adventure isn't over yet. Asha, I'm really gonna miss you. Huh. Something must have gotten in my eyes. I'll have to ask Professor Venti how to express my feelings in moments like
Tone
Professor
Deaf
what?
Bard would just say something like...
It really means a lot to have you here by my side.
Must be about time to go meet up with the others. Now, we just need to find that giant Kaholosaur building. Oh, there it is!
Time to roll! Let's ride! Full throttle!
head count. 1. Huh. That's...
Oh, hello. I'm guessing you're here to take on the main challenge at Wavy, but, here, I can still take a...
No, that's not how it's supposed to go. Photos are just a way to preserve memories. Well, these particular photos can be exchanged for prizes, but...
I understand, and I'm very sorry about this.
How long do you think it'll be?
That's hard.
Oh? Why's that? Can we do anything to help?
I noticed you don't have a lot of staff working on the other attractions in Wavy Bay. I'm guessing it's because the main attraction ran into trouble. So, relax. I get there are probably things you can't disclose. In fact, I might be if you told us what the issue was.
Wow! What a tactful negotiate. Wait, Chaska, how did you notice all that?
Does that...
What matters is that we're really good at...
Well, your observations were right, down to the detail about our saurians. So, during testing, we realized that to avoid delaying the resort's official...
You call that a challenge? Tell me where the paint is and I'll get it done in one go.
Huh? But...
that's because you've never met her before. This is Umoja
Mualani? Wait a sec. You mean one of the 6 heroes?
Thought you guys had cameras. Everyone pretty much recognizes my face, but they don't know Mualani.
Gentle sky blue. The ideal backdrop for a nice, lazy stretch.
Activate the mechanism! Our hero's coming!
Whoa! The inside of this tunnel is stunning!
Am I supposed to be touching those or avoiding those? I read the tutorial. Okay, I mean I can't avoid it.
New surfboard? A dazzling golden yellow. Just like a picture-perfect beach in summer. Mint green. The perfect color to bring out the cool, refreshing moisture of the sea breeze. Time to cover it in the lucky color I picked. Gotta spread the luck around. Great job, Mualani! Whew. That was awesome!
How was... It looks incredible! A truly heroic... Paimon told me all about you while you were out there.
Oh, thanks! I am so hyped right now. Oh, look! The staff from Wavy Bay are here too. After all that hard work, they must be looking for...
I think they...
Huh? What do you...
Mualani! Could I...
Me too, please.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Better take the group photo now before the crowd gets here. Okay, I want to see big smiles and confident vibes. 3, 2, Kaholasaur!
So shiny!
Let's ride!
Get back on track. Hurry up, Grassa!
Rev the engines! Hey, not a bad haul.
Why me? Time to roll.
Let's ride! Try and stop me! Here we are. So, these must...
Oh. How come it's all so...
It's not exactly what I imagined.
You mean false advertising? Yeah, otherwise my tour groups would file a complaint about me.
No, sorry. I should have... I mean more like...
Oh.
Yeah, it's thing... Or gathering a bunch of firewood. Only to find that a pyro slime snuck in...
Oh man, that's...
I've gotten used to it by now. So, when you think about it...
What's even more remarkable is your ability to stay positive.
Oh, hey! I think the Asha found something.
Jeez. You can understand each other all... Wow! The archiest of art...
If they were both people, maybe they could sit down.
Come on, let's lend a hand. You ready, Asha?
Whoa, wait a second.
If you think about what the Asha love doing most, it must be...
Yeah?
And they're simple, pure heart, so I doubt that Asha is here to cause trouble on purpose. The little guy probably just can't stand how...
Yeah, and it's not like he could communicate.
Right. So if we help dye the meadow in a range of vibrant colors, you know...
We can make that Asha happy and help...
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Huh. A little conflict mediation.
Stop! That tickles!
Wait, where are you? Hey, interpreter! Did you catch any of that?
Maybe something needs to be moved, or there's...
Okay, those two things sound
Well, the longer I watch Asha, the... No, I'm serious.
Wait, then how did you...
When I was little, I couldn't.
Wow, super sturdy. Up here, everyone! Look!
I just gotta shoot.
the drum forward by firing paintballs at it.
Just like Yasha. Optimistic, hands-on, and always looking out for others. Oh, Paimon understands their connection now. It must be because good people are drawn to one another.
What big drums? Okay, these balloons are not part of the main quest.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
Look! The pink seeds are blooming as the drum rolls by!
Think. Bloom didn't even get hit by a single flying rock. Today must be another lucky day, huh?
Motherfucker.
Burn it down!
Quick as a flash!
Hi! Headbutt! And by my spark, the night burns! Looks like we're almost done. One final push.
Whoa! It looks incredible.
Great work, everyone! Now we've just gotta let that
Please.
talk about perfect timing.
It's okay.
All right, just now, gazing down from above, I saw the meadow. You truly are
It was nothing.
kind-hearted adventurers. Would the pair, or rather, would you do us the honor?
That sounds awesome.
Of course, of course. You did my colleague such a huge favor. So it's only right that I thank you on his behalf.
No?
What she means is, we'd be delighted to help you out.
Please, follow me. We'll take the hot air.
Did that grow out of the ground?
Oh no. It's an actual challenge where I need a fucking bow. What's going on with my mouse? I am bad.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
All right, we're here. This, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa, it's so cool. I didn't expect it to be once it's painted. I bet we'll be able to see it from
Oh, for sure. As long as you're in an open...
That's awesome! Your work's gonna be center stage!
Man, I'm getting excited already. Should I go with my lucky...
Wow! He sure did. You catch any of that, Chaska?
That was a lot to take in.
It's okay. I think I got the gist. The Asha wants to team up with... He likes helping people out by working together with... But it's the element of competition that turned...
He really said all that?
More or less.
From his reaction, it...
All right, Asha. I like that It's always important to check in with... I like the confidence...
Hey! How could you even think...
All right, well, if both teams are ready...
Splatoon.
Orange it is, then. The color of flames. Catching up. Fire the paint bombs. Quick.
What the... Since when did Bennett fight dirty like that?
Sorry, but I respect you as an opponent, so I gotta go all out.
You've got this, Traveler! Go, Bennett, go!
No matter how high you jump, they're not gonna see you.
Yeah, but I can still send them encouragement and good vibes. Come on, Traveler! You've got this!
I'm fucked.
You've got this, Traveler! Go, Bennett, go!
No matter how high you jump, they're not gonna see you.
Yeah, but I can still send them encouragement and good vibes. Come on, Traveler! You've got this!
how high you jump, they're not gonna see you.
Yeah, but I can still send them encouragement and good vibes. Come on, traveler! You got this!
No matter how high you jump, they're not gonna see you.
Yeah, but I can still send them encouragement and good vibes. Come on, traveler! You got this!
Did I actually go out of bounds? What else are we realistically missing?
You've got this, traveler! Go, Bennett, go!
No matter how high you jump, they're not gonna see you.
Yeah, but I can still send them encouragement and good vibes. Come on, traveler! You got this!
When does it end? Oh my god, there's 10 minutes.
You've got this, traveler! Go, Bennett, go!
No matter how high you jump, they're not gonna see you.
Yeah, but I can still send them encouragement and good vibes. Come on, traveler! You got this!
Okay, there you go, finally. Jeez.
All right. With that, the traveler takes the first round.
No.
Both competitors, please head to the top of the airborne Asha for the final showdown.
The Traveler's a tough opponent. But if I want to get stronger, I can't let up. Chroma Blast mode? I'll try it. Now that's what I call a blast! This is awesome!
That doesn't sound good! Better strike back with some color of our own!
I'm afraid I don't get it.
Chroma Blast mode? Here we go!
The hot air balloon
Huh?
goggle.
The visor's covered in paint? I can't see a thing now!
I read that as toggle.
Try spraying the hot air balloon!
Uh-oh. This is bad.
And I was like, what do you mean toggles? I gotta change
That
my
was so
color?
much fun. Thanks for a good match, Traveler. The Yasha and I have...
Nice work up. Congratulations for taking... When I heard you
Same here. Both of you had me on...
Yeah, honestly.
What? You got pink?
Something like that. The final color would be a bit of an...
Our two heroes. Looks amazing, right? I can recommend.
All right, the airborne. A job well done.
Everyone ready? Hey, you need to get in the pickup. Yep, just 1 sec. 3. Asha!
Oh, I'm off in another call.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
I could have sworn I unlocked the proper teleport waypoint here. Oh well. Not like it mattered in the end.
We're way behind schedule.
Brave adventurers, welcome to Villa Guitzley. You're just in time to witness our annual...
Ooh.
That a
Hello there,
piñata from
Mr.
Super Mario Sunshine or
Nacion.
whatever the hell
Excuse
they're
me,
called.
Miss.
Just head downhill from here,
Get to
and you're
enough.
asked for things to take. You'll need...
How much longer is this gonna
Okay,
go?
all set. Brave challenge.
Next on the agenda.
Oh.
Hey, is that a bounty board?
Let Paimon see. 1 0 2
Huh?
5 zeros, 6 zeros. And there's even a 5 in front. That's 5 million.
Esteemed guests, well,
Jeez. Yeah.
you must be here for poem night.
Oh, did something happen?
Not long ago, those note-laid ruffians ransacked. Even now, their ringleaders still holed up in the town.
That's awful.
Well, it's a long story. Anyway,
Sheriff, you're back at last. Meh. Did you find anyone to help? Here, sit tight, and I'll grab you a drink. Meh. Meh.
Hey, where's our booze? Why hasn't it been sent over yet? The boss made himself clear. If he has to come get it himself, he sets his own price.
Aggressive much?
Time for some peacemaking. there's more upstairs. Let's move.
Get up! We got the treasure! Time to scram! Help! Help!
They're taking hostages? These guys are awful! Oh, why isn't it moving? Come on, come on!
Who is this hero you just mentioned, Sheriff?
Years ago, here in this town of ours, there lived a renowned gunslinger who always stood up for what was right. Famed for his unmatched courage and unparalleled sense of justice, he came to our aid countless times.
What happened next, Sheriff?
He disappeared. And nope, some say he took a new name. Others claim he and his companions embarked on a... If you ever happen to run into him, please...
If we see him.
All right. This is the Nochesley Gang's hideout. I tailed one of their henchmen once, so I... but this place is under heavy watch. I'll be a...
What do you need us to do?
Knock out anyone who tries to get in...
Now leave it to me.
I knew Chaska wouldn't...
Traveler, cover that gun for me, will you?
Man, wish we had backup like this all those times we had to go...
A sniper backup. I'm not a good sniper, though.
Hold your fire. The sheriff's still sneaking in. When our moment comes, I'll let you know. We'll strike together. I'll hit the left, you hit the right. Wait for my signal. Get ready.
Fire in the hole!
Great job. Bit slow on the trigger, though.
Shut up. Oh, okay.
The sheriff stopped. Must be enemies up ahead. Shoot that bottle over there. We need to draw them out of their hiding places. Got him. Same old, same old. Fire together on my signal. Get ready.
Fire in the hole!
Nice shot. Looks like the sheriff triggered the alarm. A whole bunch of goons showed up. Right on time, if you ask me. Traveler, let's see who can take down the most. Oh, sorry. That wasn't meant to be a taunt. It's kind of a Kukasaur SOS. Man, you're a tough opponent, that's for sure. Must have done it on instinct. Wow, you won, Traveler. You're a pretty good shot. Here, let me teach you how to fire off rapid bursts of bullets.
Oh, shoot.
What happened?
I got distracted for a split second.
Let's go after him.
Is that allowed?
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
I think I'm supposed to go back on the ride. Every journey must be on rails. Any fun adventure worth their salt is on rails.
An ambush?
Now's your chance to try out the trick I just taught you.
I don't... Get how you're supposed to use that.
Aha! The meddling outsiders have arrived. Careful, boss! They got a little firepower's got you spooked. All right then, show-offs. Let's see who's the quicker shot.
There's a ton of smoke over there.
Got away.
Whoa.
Truth is, the leader never planned to fight us. All that talk was just a distraction.
Huh. Acting all tough and then run.
Uh-oh. The exit's blocked.
What should we do? Is there some kind of mechanism we can use?
Look! There's a bunch of cages down in the canyon. Let's go see.
Yeah. Born of ice and frost.
Whirlings! Unleash!
Next on the agenda.
Transfiguration!
Access denied. There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then. Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
What? What?
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Oh no, they killed him! No! God, they shot the sheriff!
Oh, what a bunch of rotten scoundrels! If you're gonna talk the talk, at least have the courage to back it up. Let's check out that cave that got blown open. Maybe we'll find a clue to help us escape.
Huh?
Rest in peace. Wait, where am I supposed to go?
We're way behind schedule.
ice and frost. Take your true form, by ordinance divine. Take flight, embrace the ice.
Blaze over.
Wind, hear me.
Fuel is fled!
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated. Camp?
Do you think that legendary gunslinger might have passed through here? Watch out!
Where did all these monsters come from?
Action first! Talk later! Get behind me! Don't let your guard down! Cryo Incarnate!
This is long overdue.
Sakura Swirl! Obey!
Access denied.
Whirling Snow!
All right, we've dealt with those monsters. Is everyone okay?
I got a scrape on my arm, but it's nothing. Doesn't even hurt. Oh, sure. Sorry.
Glad to hear it.
Don't you think something weird's going... I mean, those hilly troll rogues could be actors in costume.
Yeah, there's no way that's...
Plus, the way we came in is blocked now. Everything was fine.
Oh no. My bad luck must...
Hey, don't think... Abyssal monsters can appear for many reasons. Being attracted now isn't the time to blame ourselves. We still don't know what might have happened.
You're right.
Sorry. I'm gonna have to call... We should do this the Natlan way. As the most... All right. I'll go check on the situation.
Wait!
Gonna go have lunch.
Get back!
Wait a sec, we're not ready!
She sure is a fast flyer. I can't even see her anymore.
Well, at least there's a way out now. Wait, what are you looking at? The Tech Pottles Flint Blades Adventure Team?
Neither do I.
Well, guess we're still pretty much in the dark then. Everything okay, Bennett?
Yeah, I'm fine. You guys think...
Yeah.
All right then, let's go.